programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sun Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And here he comes out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, running back on the move. Quick step and go. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team.
There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards of pop. They are gashing this defense.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it good.
And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He caught it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and there's nothing harder on a defense than when you run play action and you suck me up a few steps, and you got tight ends like this, Palmer, that can run down the field, be a big target, and make big plays behind those linebackers.
Man, they're changing the position now, too, I think, David. There are more and more athletic guys playing the tight end position today in college football that can run down the field vertically and make plays like that. These aren't just blockers and guys that catch flat routes. These guys now can hurt you. They've got an outstanding weapon at the tight end position there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Steps away to find some room. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. From the shotgun, the inside give. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Bowie. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll run it to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Bowie. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands. But the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And the first point of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on.
That was the worst one I've seen. This man, that.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Gets away from one. He's got space. And a 9-yard gain on first down. Leaves him with second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Bowie. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Trying the left side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
From the gun, the ground game. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Sun Devils line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
These are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bowie. This one's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And I like it 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
And the Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down, I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This defense has given up ground, but stood tall at the end. Forced a field goal last time. They'll try to do it again. Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the 1st down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got a man in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. He slides that just inside the right upright. This is now a 7-point game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's going to bring this one out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hands it off on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Bowie. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. from the gun on third down. He's got him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it...
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Quarterback may change this route. Here's the handoff. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snap from the gun on third down. He's got it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arizona State.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll go to the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
Breaks into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Bowie. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's
Can't
a
get no
threat.
corners.
I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Nope. I could get quarterbacks and receivers. Can't get no corners.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab.
I got 67 overall corners out there, man.
When you're a playmaker like this
Yeah,
guy,
166, 167, but shit was a closer game last night. This nigga decent, bro. When
there was no question where the quarterback was going with
I was controlling the game, bro.
They decided on the
Yeah, his
biggest
team is
stage in
99
this game,
overall.
we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations.
I do like the team, though. Once I could recruit like I want, and I get the coaching shit updated, I'd be straight. Yeah, I couldn't get a corner. I'm talking about the portal, nothing.
Fires to the right. Makes the catch.
All these niggas. My best corner like a 76. And then in the fucking change your player stage, motherfucker advanced so fast, I would have moved both of my safeties to corner.
But the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about
I got safety, 97 speed, bro.
You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it.
Look at this shit. You can't tackle now. Yeah, my free safety, 97 speed.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Pulls it in. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the big fella. Powers through. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to...
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Arizona State is going back on offense to pass. It's Bowie. Here comes the heat. Firing to the right, complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man in the middle. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up.
It's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
He punts it out of the air. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The give to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, running back gets to give. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lost, the defense is wide open. Breaks away in the middle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Arkansas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Bowie. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw again. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. Got enough space.
Oh, boy, I can't wait to get some fucking DBs, bro.
Touchdown, Sun Devils. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has him set up 1st and 10 from the 48. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Power football with the run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, looking for a man. Big guy smells it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, get him tackled to the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
He'll set up to throw. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Thanks to grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Out of the gun, the inside give. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. To the ground with the back. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Trying to get the corner. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Off to the races to the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd, because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Tight end now in motion. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. that.
And decision coming up, but you know what you're going to do. The ball's on the 1-yard line. You go make your decision. Stay aggressive. Get after it.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and try his field goal team out there. And his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. These corners backing off a bit. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap.